Thistletron, if you would.
Hello and welcome once more, and long time no see, all of y'all. Bonjour, bonne journée.
They're not French.
Good morning, good afternoon. It has been a long
French.
time, my old friends.
Yeah,
These are my
I have
friends.
Gotta be honest, I thought you would abandon this.
Yeah, you know,
Wow.
you got school,
Thanks.
was busy. These are my friends. The lady and the two dudes. Introduce yourselves, lady and two dudes.
I am the lady. I'm the son of Azir.
No, I'm the lady.
Oh, this is a gender neutral and supportive environment, so I will not
I'm
actually.
semi-smart.
Hey, look.
Probably a lady.
Yeah,
Look at these
I will
fucking
not
Doric
actually.
columns, even though this is Egypt. Man, that's some Corinthian up in here.
Wait, where?
Are we gonna go to the
those
Great
columns?
Sphinx? That's where we
I don't
left
know.
off.
I don't think those columns are very
done
Corinthian.
Sphinx.
We have? I don't
We have
remember
to-
shit.
We have to go this year. The gate of
Yeah,
the palm.
so-
Of the palm.
I'm gonna start by recapping. We kind of.
Isa?
It's been a long time, so we've all forgotten what we were doing and where we were. Which means, at this point, we're kind of pretty sure we're somewhere inside the Sphinx doing a thing. But we may
Oh,
or may
yes,
not be
Sphinx.
actually supposed to be here.
On the upside, I've been taking art history classes in college, and I know some stuff about Egypt. Oh boy.
Yup.
Nah, come over here. I'm pretty sure this is the way.
Now you see, this
Because
bridge, the Eyes and Quarters Bridge, was built in 1889 by the Sphinx. And it's very approachable because it was made with the blood of Cleopatra from the future past.
Wait a second. Where are you guys at this point?
On the famous Iris and Quarter Bridge
Teleport to me.
of Egypt.
I have a teleport.
I'm actually a big fan of early Hellenistic Greek uses of cement when they first discovered cement, because they used so much of it, because they didn't know how strong it was, that
Where
it's
am I
basically
going?
still
What is
Teleport
going on?
standing these days. The bridges they made out of cement.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Which one is you? Felidorus. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, cool. We opened the gate. That's
The
pretty
gate
cool.
of
The
the
gate
palm.
of the palm. Alright, now on your left you'll see
Sand.
tree. Sand.
Oh,
On your right,
yeah.
you'll see more
Sand.
sand.
What's
There's
in the
these
middle?
hovels. Nothing important. Just some peasant house.
Peasants.
Scorpions.
Directly in front of you, you
even.
see scorpions.
Scorpions, as made famous by the popular Hollywood film
Crap.
The Scorpion King. Before
Starring
the
The
movie,
Rock.
before the movie that
important.
starred the Rock King about scorpions, no one actually knew what scorpions were, and they
was
were
a
completely
mystery.
unknown in the U.S. until the famous docudrama The Rock Scorpion, starring The, came out.
Oh,
Oh, I know that
the.
guy.
Yeah,
I'm
you
very
know,
familiar with his work.
he's really big. I think his name is Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Though I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me on it.
Well, I mean, my favorite character in that was Orson Welles. He just Citizen Kane portrays him so well in that movie.
Absolutely, it's his magnanimous opulence, if you
I
will.
know. It's very wonderful.
We're finding scorpion.
And now that the lie quota's out of the way, let's go play some video games.
Yeah. So yeah, so Son of Booze has been in art school. Just a friend and I have also been in school. Our
It's-
guests don't need to explain themselves to you, you nosy bastards. And that's pretty much that is why we are months since the last update, I think, or a
We
month
don't know
or
you
something.
shit.
I've been driving cars.
Driving cars,
Whoa.
a great way to spend your time.
Yep.
Where the hell are we? Okay, let's go this way.
We're in the desert waste. It's one hell of a wasted desert. Ooh, an entrance.
Yeah, it's
I
just
found an
a
ancient
shot.
tomb, guys. We've gotta explore this. It's
This
it's
tomb?
fraught with
This
mystery.
mysterious crevasse. I wonder what's inside.
Alright. Could be inside.
No, there is something definitely inside, such as bone scarabs.
Yep.
Glowing.
They're gruesome.
So here's a
They
fun
very much are.
Here's a fun Egypt factoid. So, you know, when people died in Egypt, they buried them in the sands, but there wasn't really an easy way to mark where graves were, so they put a rock on top of them. And the more important the person was, the more rocks they put on top of their dead body. And this is where pyramids come from. It's just really a giant pile of rocks to signify that someone important's there.
Actually, I disagree with that, because the logical evolution of the pyramid was from the mud brick stepped pyramid, which is more of just a chthonic mound. I don't think that makes much sense. Just saying. You know, I mean, because
are you questioning my high knowledge?
Yeah, a little bit.
Greek
I mean,
Egypt.
This is an important area of debate between, in this case, an artist and a historian, if you will.
I will fight you on this. See, the artists are right because we control government and the economy and the Freemasons who control you.
No, you don't. We're academics. We bow to no man.
I vow to myself.
Academics are
a
tools
man.
of the Illuminati.
I vow to myself, which is a man, so I vow to man because I am myself a man. Who I vow to.
What? What?
Whoa, way to use gendered pronouns, man.
Yes, I know.
Jeez. I thought we were above that. This is you know.
I've grown corrupt since you last saw me. I'm actually part of the secret organization.
Anything.
Did you see how many dick jokes there were? I mean, really.
Good point. We are very much
This isn't filthy LP.
the
What are you doing
lowest.
watching this?
It's you know, it should be Titan Quest after dark. You know,
Oh.
we could get rid of that NC-17 rating and go for straight on MAR. You know.
They are.
Yeah, rated R for
Retarded.
irresistible.
Retarded, yeah.
Or wait, rated R would be resistible? I don't know.
Rated R for resistible, that's a good one, yeah.
You can turn this up. It's so good, but you can probably
Okay,
just pass it by.
rated R for really damn sexy.
That's me.
Rated
I'm-
R for reasonably
the
funny,
ops guy.
maybe entertaining.
Rated R for really now. This is sexy.
Rated R for
How
radar.
about, how about
that guy
rated
from
T for
MASH.
tolerable?
Ouch. You hear that, ladies? Rated T for terrible.
I said tolerable.
Oh.
It's
Well,
not
you know,
the
those
same
are two
thing.
those
Rated
are
T for
interchangeable
Tall
words.
Cat Parade.
Tall cat parade. Tall cat parade.
That thing, which is a Saints Row 3 reference. I don't know how to even quantify or qualify it. It blew my mind. It completely
Praise
blew my
Genki
mind.
for
Yeah.
the glory that we watched.
You know, the Egyptians really liked cats, and
Tall cats.
Yeah, you like anime?
Yeah.
Anime? They invented anime.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but it seems that genetic diversity, at least a large amount like we have now in cats, is actually something fairly recent, because from the leftovers we have of mummified cats from you know, Greek remains, that they all seem to have been, you know, the same 2 or 3 different sets of you know, color or fur or whatnot, which means that, you know, pretty much all the cats you'd have seen would have been the same, you know, color. I forget exactly what, but
Brown.
you know, it's
Cream,
yeah,
cream
probably,
colored.
you know, like a brownish.
with
brownish
white
thing.
boots.
They would have
Their
been
bootsies
brown.
were white.
I think it was
No.
that. It was like a
Golden.
tabby or a brown or something like that. But yeah, 'cause I once met an Egyptologist who was giving a lecture at the university, and she was telling us about the role of cats. Actually, just a little interesting aside.
Yes, the cats actually were the people who mummified the bodies. They would just leave them in a room and like put some turkey on the king or pharaoh's head, and they would just kind of keep scratching
Yeah.
it until the brain was scooped out and put into a jar.
It's
very efficient.
that's where that myth comes from, that you don't want to go to sleep and die with a cat nearby, 'cause it'll eat your eyes. And, but they're actually just removing the eyes and preparing them for the afterlife.
Right. Yeah. It's
But
just,
the cats
it's their
have
natural,
forgotten since then.
No, they do sometimes lapse back into their natural mummification habits. So do be careful around cats. They may mummify you.
Egyptology just seems like an excuse to study cats instead of ancient Egypt.
Well,
I don't know about that.
What's
I
wrong
mean,
with that?
Cats are ancient
technically
Egypt,
the
I don't see your
father
point.
of Egyptology would probably be Herodotus, who wrote his histories, and Really
himself
the
a
first
cat.
proper travel writer, and he wrote a lot of interesting things about the Egyptians, and I highly recommend it. I think it's book 2 of his histories covers Egypt.
Wasn't he called the father of lies?
No, that's what Thucydides called him. Except Thucydides was actually a really big racist and called him a philobarbaros, which is a barbarian lover. Because Herodotus was one of the first writers to not actually be racist or judge people. And he was very relativistic in that he simply presented cultures without passing judgments on them, like other Greek writers had of the time done. So the really complicated relationship between Herodotus and other writers. But generally, these days, he's held in fairly good esteem. I mean, not all this stuff is, verifiable, but it is fairly plausible. I mean, he usually presents multiple accounts and whatnot, and different sides of a story. It's pretty cool. How's that for a mouthful? I'm doing Herodotus and ancient Greek right now, and it's killing the crap out of me.
You just told me about history. I guess I just go hang my head in shame.
Well, it's actually a really fun little part where he's talking about his traveling along the delta and whatnot and the things he saw. And at one point he says, "Oh, and in this town, a lady had sex with a donkey. This happened while I was there."
How could he be the father of lies? I mean, come on.
Yep,
Well, he's obviously telling the truth.
It was really funny. But, he's got a lot of interesting stuff. Like, he talks about during the flood season how you could actually get on a ferry and, float right by the pyramids, which weren't actually that close to the Nile, but because the Nile swells up so much, you could just go right on down to them.
Natural cave. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's boring.
Oh, natural
Nothing in there.
Ooh, there's giant maggots.
It's gross, filthy. Get out
All
of
right,
there.
fine.
Yeah, we
We'll
just saw
avoid
those giant
touching
ant
maggots.
lions.
There are plenty of
Those
giant
gross.
maggots up here, too.
Giant maggots everywhere. Let's get out of Egypt. Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt is interesting. I mean, it has a lot of sway. For a lot of people, Egypt was,
Sand everywhere.
If you say you hate Egypt, you
gateway
hate
of the
cats.
mystical world, a place where myth and legend and mystery and excitement and treasure all really tied themselves together, and it really captured the Western mind. I mean, from the time the Romans, had dealings with the Egyptians. It's always been seen as a really interesting place. The Greeks didn't really care much for it, but it's really with the Romans we see a cultural interest in
Man,
Egypt.
they were way too into death for my tastes.
Oh, absolutely.
Whenever a pharaoh was king, the first thing he'd do is build his tomb. Wow, it's creepy. There's sand everywhere. I don't like it.
Yeah, they were like, there's the sand in my sandals. I'm out of here.
Sand makes me in a bad mood. Well, here we are in the Fayum Desert.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
More sand.
We got some busted up carts. We got some
Vases.
slavering hyena beasts.
Why does every game have to have a sand level?
Convention.
This is, I think,
They had the sewer level.
Specifically the Geneva
Yeah.
Convention of 1982.
It decreed that all video
said
games
that,
must
yep,
have sand in them.
All
There
video
was
games
actually
capable of rendering the color yellow would have a sand level.
a limited amount, or like a minimum sand level in your video game you must have. It's 55 liters of sand needs to be in each video game.
I didn't know sand was measured in
energy.
liters.
Yeah, a liter's about 8
Yeah.
kills,
No.
right?
Yeah, about there. When the Egyptians, they call sand the water of life.
Yeah, and
Right.
they eat it and drink it.
Yeah, they drank it and they had parties.
The
With
Egyptians developed a second stomach able of processing this sand.
Yeah,
Turns
well, and
into,
then the next day they'd wake up with sand poops.
You don't have to talk about that.
It was really
That's-
awful.
That's
It's
nasty.
the worst part of a hangover.
The sand poops. Oh my god. Ah, no, zombies.
Oh, this looks important.
That coffin is mighty majestic. I want
Oh, I can't escape. We need to get to the statues.
Ooh, we've got a hidden treasure.
I've got a billion skeletons attacking
Am I in
me.
a different place than you guys are? Oh, I leveled up. Oh yeah, I have
The-
glowing dudes.
plated suit of survival, eh?
Oh, I don't need it. It's no good. I just jumped on it, didn't need it. Screw it.
Hey. Someone take it, and at least you can sell it. Yeah, fine.
I'm sure I have something infinitely better.
My items are all blue since it's the full Minotaur set. So
You
I
stole
doubt
that
I'll
set,
find
didn't you?
anything
From that
better.
poor Minotaur.
Well, it's his own
Well,
fault.
you murdered it. And you skinned it, and you made armor out of its bones, and you know.
It's true. He was asking for it.
I mean, but doesn't it really bring out my eyes?
I didn't know you had eyes. I thought you just echolocate.
Oh.
Horns clash with your supple cheeks.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's see if I can do this without dying.
You can pull it off, though. I mean, it's a good look for you.
Thanks.
What was that, like, graffiti scratched onto the walls of the Palace of Knossos about the Minotaur living in a labyrinth? Like,
I don't think there was any graffiti.
Labyrinth. No, there's
Not that I know of.
written on a wall.
The Minotaur is a later Greek invention, supposedly. I mean, I don't think there's any graffiti at Knossos.
Well, not like graffiti, but someone scratched something into the walls. They might as well be graffiti.
That is graffiti.
I don't remember anything of that sort. And find it highly dubious.
Ultron doesn't know.
I find it highly dubious because the Mycenaeans, the Minoans themselves, who were there, didn't have a labyrinth to speak of, and didn't have a conception of it. The labyrinth is something that, well, I already gave you guys my theory on it, of the movable wall system that you find a lot.
There's those like circular disc things, you know.
Are you talking about the
mazes.
Phaistos disc or what? Or,
It's like those spinny mazes that you find everywhere.
no, I don't think it's those. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? Someone in the thread will just defy me.
Or they'll say you silly artist, you should take art history instead of.
Mind you, I am an artist. I do control everything, so they
You
will.
should take art history, man. Art history is where the knowledge is at.
I have
Art
a
history,
language.
not art fiction. I'm kidding.
Excuse me. Are you calling me out, good sir?
I may just be. Though I don't
I think
doubt
we
your
may have
choice
to
of
have a
color
thesis paper
palettes and would
battle.
invite you to decorate my apartment.
He's challenging you to a standoff.
I think we have to have a thesis paper off.
I'm
first
kind of
person
too
who
busy.
can go
I
back
have
in
two
time.
theses to write right now, and they're both about ancient historians. I really don't feel like. I mean, Tacitus is really boring. The Roman historian Tacitus, very boring, very dull.
Holy hell, he is so boring.
Though I will say he does have the first little CSI vignette in history, or at least they're one of the earliest ones we find of someone using like a systematic inspection of a crime scene to determine what happened.
Oh, you should tell the producers of
Yeah,
CSI
Sherlock
Miami
Holmes is
of
just a
that.
poser.
They'll make a new series.
Well, it's only like 3 lines long though, and it's pretty much this guy was suspected of throwing his wife out a window. Except when he appeared in court, he acted as if he was half asleep and unaware of what had happened, and the father-in-law suggested that she had killed herself. So Tiberius, the emperor, who's a bit of a asshole really, but smart in this case, decides to go to the apartment or the place where it happens. He goes straight to the bedroom and he examines for footprints or they say vestigia, which is either footprints or markings or things left over. And he finds that there are 2 sets of markings, one being dragged and the other doing dragging or forceful motion against. And so from that he determines that the guy is guilty and he's condemned to death. Now if I'm correct, the grandmother of this person who's condemned to death, a lady called Ergulania, who was good friends with Augustus, who's long dead, actually sends her grandson a dagger as a not so subtle hint that he should kill himself rather than, be put to death. It's much more honorable. And, he tries, and he fails after a couple attempts, so they just have him open his veins in a bathtub.
You said like 3
Well-
lines. This is like way longer than a CSI script.
It's like
Roman is a very
paragraphs there.
concise language.
Are you just making stuff
No,
up again?
Latin is a very concise language. It's, in 3 lines you can say about 2 paragraphs worth. It's something else.
I don't know if you're lying to me or not, so I'm gonna believe you.
Well, it's interesting enough, so I'll take it.
Makes for a good
No,
story, if nothing else.
Not enough bestiality, though.
No, there's not much. There's not. I don't know that much about bestiality.
Need more energy.
It's not
I
my.
don't ever know
not
much
my
about
thing.
bestiality.
As an artist, I know a lot about bestiality.
As a furry
You
artist, I know a lot about
You just
depicting
condemned
bestiality.
yourself.
I don't know, I haven't found out. Ceciltron went into my apartment and found that I dragged my cat and threw it out a window and concluded that I was a furry.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Cat dragger.
Cat dragger.
Oh no, worms,
Filthy cat dragger.
maggots. See, no matter how hard we try, we just end up in these caves and end up fighting gross
Ah,
ass.
but this is the correct.
Disgusting worm creatures. Vile.
I think this is where you're supposed to go. I can't remember.
Yeah,
this
isn't this one like
Everything
a
just
connecting
kind of
cave or
blurs
something?
together.
This has multiple levels, so it has to be important.
It has less sand.
It has far too
Yeah.
much stuff in it to be not a vital cave.
So, are you guys excited for upcoming video game smash hit, Elder Scrolls 5?
Hells yeah!
Elder Scrolls 5. I think you mean Oblivion 2. Yeah.
I haven't been following the thread because it looks ridiculous and retarded.
I actually played the
It alternates
games,
between
really.
being really funny and like really
Just,
awful.
just depressing. Funny and depressing.
Sounds
Well,
like a
that's
good
a
mix.
When they start talking about like being able to kill children and like,
Why would you want
Wow.
to do
aliens,
that?
then it's bad. But then
Isn't it
Snakes and Cakes
impossible
wanders in
Fallout,
and like
too?
Well, it was originally going to be in Fallout, and I think they took it out for certain releases. And
Yeah.
there's a patch to put it back in, which is disturbing as hell.
yeah, that's pretty disturbing. Oh man.
I mean, yes, in the name of freedom, it's interesting as an idea that you'd be able to do it, but I
the
still
idea
think
of
that
censorship, freedom, but you know, like what the fuck?
I still think the idea that there are people who wish to do such a thing.
yeah. It's creepy how adamant people get about killing children.
Yeah.
If it was anything but killing
So
children,
we are.
No one-
As a human being.
This
No
LP
one-
formally endorses the idea that you shouldn't be able to screw with kids in video games.
no one like
The
bothered to
kids
like
should be- kids should be
remod
safe
the
from
drugs
video
in
games.
Fallout 3 back to
Unlike
I
the
was
other
fine
cocaine
LPs
and
who
heroin.
That in Morrowind there were no children at all.
Did you miss them?
Which is fine,
I don't think
honestly.
so.
There weren't children in
I did
Oblivion
not miss
either.
children.
don't
I
think.
didn't even notice they weren't there.
Yeah.
It's really not a big deal. Just don't even put
Why
them in
would
there.
you want children in a video game anyway?
They're annoying and they never look good because like they're children and they look creepy.
Children are basically tiny, scary little
And
humans
they
with no
inevitably
consciences.
have annoying voice actors and
Like Assassin's Creed 2 has one kid in it, and that's so
Need
just
more energy.
terrible looking. It's just creepy.
He's more like a
Ugh.
teen, isn't he?
No, he's like 8, and then he dies because he gets executed. Because that's what happens. to his
Oh,
family.
right, I remember. Oh, yeah, he looked weird and lumpy.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
Ezio was in the game as a baby. That counts.
That
Babies,
was
babies
10
are
minutes.
like
baby,
even
You
worse.
can't really screw up making babies, honestly. I mean, modeling babies.
someday.
God damn it.
always make
E
a jelly bean
babies.
of flesh. You're good.
Slip of the tongue.
Online babies.
Oh, I think we're gonna fight a boss because it's like corpses and shit.
I look forward to this boss fight. It will be very enthusiastic. Or I am very enthusiastic. I don't know.
Are we gonna fight the actual Scorpion King? Because there's a lot of scorpions here.
I don't know. That would be pretty cool.
Hey, bone arch.
Yes.
You know the Greeks used bone arches in their masonry because it would distribute the weight evenly across 2 pillars.
You sure about that?
Yeah, made of bones, solid bones.
He's an artist. He can't
What
be
about-
wrong.
Well, it's
He's already
because
proven
bones,
that.
What about boner
bones have
arches?
the bad habit of becoming dry, and when they become dry, they become brittle, and
That's why they
basically the second
reinforce
the
them with
marrow
more
comes
bones.
out.
It's just a bundle of bones that reinforces the bones that are reinforcing the bones.
My understanding was that
Uh-huh.
arches weren't actually that popular in Greek masonry until ever.
Well, I just
Yeah.
suppose your understanding is wrong. Listen.
I mean, because we have triangular designs in which they would use stone triangles to form light spaces above doors, but
Wasn't that Gothic?
No, actually,
Or
it's
is that
a
Romanesque?
Mycenaean. It's a Mycenaean innovation. You
Oh,
see a lot in their
and-
tombs.
I thought like triangle arches were Romanesque. Wait, no, it wasn't.
I'm
Romanesque,
actually
just
talking just 3 pieces of stone, 1 flat, and you know.
I thought you meant the fancy like
2
hey, look at
triangular.
us.
Oh no! Nothing fancy or carved. I'm talking, just the,
Ah, well,
the power
yeah.
of the triangle put to
That's just
use
a really
by
primitive arch then.
sailors who come with weapons
Ow.
to conquer Crete.
You're fine.
You were going
I
the wrong
actually
way.
had to drink a health potion.
Take a salt
Dare
tablet.
you?
I have 33 of these things.
I have 51. I haven't been using them
58.
since Cinnabose was back healing.
I use them occasionally.
I had to drink energy potions constantly though.
Energy drinks.
Such
drink
is
energy
the
drinks.
life of a hero.
Well, it's just my habit of min-maxing everything. I just can't bring myself to put points into energy.
I hope this
Over
cave
here.
isn't like this big old pointless cave, because I will be very
Nah.
mad. Because I hate caves.
It's pretty dark.
It's the Gabe, the Gabe Newell.
Cave over, yeah.
Oh man, I remember that. It's like game over, yeah. It's like really
That's the
excited about it
joke.
being game over.
That's the joke. Caesartron never change.
I'm sorry. I was too busy thinking about it to get a joke.
The
You must
power of
understand.
thinking can
Yeah.
be both like for you and against you.
Ooh, numbing mallet of
Past
thunder.
that, yeah.
Oh shit.
So many
What
Scorpios.
is that?
Surprise.
Does that just numb your hands when you pick it up, or just numb the thing you hit? Or both? Give me the potions, yeah.
Gruesome
guys go?
bone scarab.
May
Whoa.
just be a large pointless cave.
That actually hurts. I'm gonna use a health potion.
Ow. Ow.
Hey, a majestic chest.
Oh. Essence of Set's Betrayal, thank you.
Or come back here. There's an essence of Set's betrayal I don't want.
Oh, I
Oh
thought
my
I
god,
picked
this
it
is
up.
pointless.
Everything is pointless. Haven't you understood? That's what we're trying to teach you.
Where's the boss? I thought it was the boss.
You know, I was like, the other day I had bacon after a long time, and I was like, whoa, that's way too salty. And then I realized that it's because I'm so used to, I was used to having like reduced salt bacon. Because
Well, yeah,
otherwise,
that-
it's just too
What kind
salty.
of man does that?
Someone
Yeah.
who doesn't want to have their arteries clog up from salt and bacon fat.
That's the least manly
I
thing
don't
I've
eat
heard all day.
reduced salt bacon, and I'm not even a man.
Well, you're a half man, a woe man. Then you're like,
What the hell is this?
I don't know what's going on anymore. Stop saying
I
things.
found
Can't
the
think.
boss.
Temple.
There's a
Oh,
boss.
main quest. Oh.
Yeah, it's the boss.
Oh, here's the boss.
I'm still in the
Let's try the
freaking
boss.
cave. Where are you guys? Drop a
Oh,
portal or something.
teleport here. Wait for Cecil before we fight the
Teleport
boss.
to me. Oh, any 3 of us.
Every
Damn, look at
single
that.
one of
Look at that. Look at that chivalry.
You're spoiled for choice.
How the hell do we get here?
Whatever.
Oh my
God, what
We
the
can
fuck
fight
is that
Scorpion
thing?
King.
It's
Oh.
Johnson the Wayne,
It's the Rock.
the Rock King of Scorpions.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey. Oh, okay. We just
That was
were-
short.
That was.
Yeah, just
short.
like in the
Just
movie,
like
right?
the
He's
actual-
actually a giant scorpion
Hey, here's the eye.
who becomes a man, right?
The important thing is chests.
Yup.
Wait, what's that?
Mirage.
Let me give me that shit.
That is. What is that?
It's a dress. For me.
Cool.
Cool.
I have a dress on now.
Energy
Good job.
potion. I'll take that.
What does it do?
It's a magic dress.
Oh, okay.
Why am I still carrying around that freaking letter to Mummy?
Because it's the most valuable thing in the game.
Oh, here's an idea. If anyone listening to this thread makes amazing fan art, I will play with them and give them the letter, and then go away. And it will be your reward. This is the you can tell all your friends that this is the letter to Mummy that Ceciltron and company read on their groundbreaking LP.
Whoa.
You can trade for TF2 hats.
We should go back to Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah.
We missed the portal for this area, but